US Air Force just spent $10 billion on a single fighter jet. Not to build a new one, but to upgrade an old one. The F-22 Raptor, a jet designed more than 20 years ago, now reborn into something even more deadly. And the result has left China without words. Because this isn't just a simple tune-up. This is a transformation that makes the Raptor deadlier than anything flying in the skies today. Imagine being a Chinese pilot. You've trained for years. You know every move, every tactic, every drill. And then you learn your enemy now sees you from farther away, flies longer than you ever could, and controls drones you can't even detect. How do you fight that? How does one jet, first built decades ago, suddenly become more dangerous than China's most advanced fighters today? Stay with me, because this video breaks down the F-22's deadly upgrades and reveals why China has no answer. The F-22 Raptor was already the world's best air dominance fighter. For years, it stood unmatched in speed, stealth, and power. Even Chinese pilots trained to face it carried a quiet fear, because no jet could truly challenge it. But then came the shock. In March 2024, the US Air Force declared the F-22 its top priority against China. And with that decision came billions in upgrades. It was like watching a champion boxer suddenly get faster, stronger, and smarter overnight. The same fighter, but transformed into something far more deadly. For China, this wasn't just bad news, it was devastating. Because while they thought they were catching up with their J-20 stealth fighter, the United States was quietly turning its old Raptor into a completely new nightmare. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a rebirth. But how did the US turn an old jet into a new nightmare? The answer came with the biggest modernization plan in fighter jet history. In November 2021, the US Air Force launched a $10.8 billion upgrade program for the F-22 Raptor. For China, that number alone was a shock, because America was spending more on upgrading one jet than China spends on its entire stealth fighter program. And the upgrades weren't small tweaks, they were massive leaps. The F-22 received new sensors that see farther, new missiles that strike harder, advanced stealth coatings, and even the ability to control drones in battle. It was like taking a supercar and then strapping a jet engine onto it. The same machine, but pushed to limits no one thought possible. Every part of the Raptor is being improved at once. And that's something no Chinese jet has ever experienced, which raises the next critical question. With all that money, what is the single most game-changing feature? Stealth isn't only about hiding from radar, it's also about hiding from heat. And for years, jets like China's J-20 relied on the belief that if radars couldn't see them, they were safe. Not anymore. In January 2025, Lockheed Martin added a new system to the F-22, the TACRS-T sensor, a secret infrared eye that detects enemies by their heat signatures without giving away its own position. For pilots, it's like becoming invisible while seeing everything around them. Now the F-22 can spot Chinese jets long before they even know it's there. The hunter becomes the ghost, and the hunted has no idea they're already in someone's crosshairs. Because no matter how stealthy the J-20 tries to be, it can't hide from this. But what good is seeing the enemy if you can't take them down? For years, China's PL-15 missile was its strongest weapon in the sky. It gave Chinese pilots the comfort of distance, able to fire first and stay safe. That long reach was their biggest advantage. But the F-22 Raptor is now taking that edge away. The US is arming it with the new AIM-260J ATM, a missile built to outrange the PL-15. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a shift in the balance. In late 2024, an F-22 test set a record with its older AIM-120, hitting a target farther than anyone thought possible. If the old system can already do that, what happens when the AIM-260 arrives? It means Chinese pilots can't count on staying out of reach. They can't escape. They can't outshoot. But even with better missiles, one question remains. How is the F-22 pilot also faster and smarter? For decades, pilots had to glance down at cockpit displays to see radar and targeting data. Every second spent looking away meant slower reactions, and sometimes life or death. But now the F-22 Raptor gives its pilots a new kind of superpower. In 2024 to 2025, the US began installing the Thales Scorpion helmet display, a system that puts critical targeting data directly onto the pilot's visor. No more looking down, no more wasted seconds. The pilot simply looks, reacts, and fires. While Chinese pilots struggle with overwhelming cockpit data, US pilots are empowered, faster, and sharper than ever. This helmet makes them think in real time, seeing more, deciding sooner, and striking first. And China has nothing close to it. That's the conflict. America's pilots now wear an edge their rivals can't match. But what if the F-22 isn't flying alone? In air combat, readiness and survivability decide who wins. That's why the F-22 is getting new engines, advanced stealth, and secret coatings that make it harder to track. In February 2025, the US awarded a $1.5 billion contract for engines that make the jet more reliable and longer lasting. New stealth treatments now reflect radar away, making Chinese missiles lose their lock mid-flight. The Hunter simply vanishes. But with all these upgrades, why did some claim the F-22 was retiring? In 2022 to 2023, rumors spread that the F-22 was too old and headed for retirement. Some believed it was being phased out for the NGAD program, but the truth was very different. The US Air Force never planned to retire it. They planned to make it stronger. By 2031, the Raptor will still lead America's fight, upgraded with billions in new systems. While China thought the F-22 was fading, it was secretly evolving, and China has nothing close to this upgrade path. So what's the final upgrade that changes everything? Future warfare won't be one jet against another. It will be teams of aircraft, human and unmanned, fighting together. That's why the F-22 Raptor is being upgraded to control loyal wingman drones. Not just allies, force multipliers. In the 2026 budget, the US funded crewed platform integration, giving the Raptor the power to command drones in real time. Chinese pilots won't face just one Raptor. They'll face a Raptor plus drones, working as a single unit. And China has nothing like this. So what does all this mean for China's chances in a real fight? The F-22 Raptor isn't just upgraded. It's now the heart of America's new air combat system. Every sensor, every missile, every drone links back to it. And that flips the entire balance of the skies. Because the J-20 isn't just outclassed, it's outmatched in range, stealth, sensors, and drone control. Modern wars aren't won by numbers, they're won by technology. And China has no short-term answer. This is why China is left speechless. Their best jets just became obsolete. The F-22's upgrades guarantee US skies stay protected for the next decade. Now you know exactly why this Raptor is a true game changer. If you want to see how China responds, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And tell us, which upgrade surprised you the most? Can China ever catch up? Let us know in the comments below.